Hello everybody and welcome back. Try and do one last little session here before the sun sets too much and lost all our lighting. So I'll continue where we left off last time with some palm movements where you're tensing the palm but trying to keep everything else relaxed. Last time we did very straight, direct movements from the waist straight out, from the waist push. Now I'd like to do some circular movements so you can get a little bit more of that sense of relaxation and why it's so important to keep the shoulders, the hips all loose at the same time as you have the striking, striking tool very solid. So the hand stays solid, the shoulder stays relaxed and open. So this next movement is going to be a circling movement. You're going to start with your left palm here. If you're doing mirror image, your left palm's going to go in front of you, and then it's going to thread backwards through your waist. You could just do the one hand for now. Reach with that palm in front, pull it back, starting with the hip always. So you turn the hip and it reaches the palm in front, you pull it back, palm comes back. 1, 2. And it's not just going through the motion, you're picturing really pushing something away. Turning your hip turns your shoulder turns your wrist. The power comes from the ground up. So your hip moves, carries your shoulder, which carries your wrist, and then bring it back. 1, 2. First movement pushes the palm out, very solid, but everything else relaxed. Next movement pulls it back through the waist. 1, 2. And if you're going to do the other hand, the right hand, if you're at the mirror image, it's going to be the same thing. Reach out with your right hand, pull back through the waist. Turn the waist, let the waist carry your shoulder, let the shoulder carry your wrist, and bring it back. Then you can just alternate. One hand goes in front, and comes back through your waist. Now your right hand goes in front, comes back through your waist. As it's coming back, the left hand is already starting its movement. So it's passing it from one to the other. Left hand's in front. As you're retracting that, you push the right hand around. Your hips should coordinate everything. As one hand is striking in front, the other hand is being pulled back through the waist. And then you just switch it. Strike, pull back. 1, 2. Movement doesn't have to be very big. Doesn't even need to be very powerful. It could be very relaxed. It's whatever gets you comfortable and gets you coordinated. Getting used to turning your hips. Your feet can be either direction. They can be straight, square on, one in front of the other in front of the other. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you're turning the hips are carrying the shoulder's carrying the palm, the strike. So cutting with the other hand. One cuts, and then as soon as it's done cutting, pulls back to get ready to cut again. So my left cuts, your left cuts, my right, your left cuts, then your right cuts. Left cuts, right cuts. Now you just try and go as smooth as you can with it. Start slow if you need to. Cut and reach, pull back. Cut, pull back. Just a sideways motion with the palms. That's all for this session. Hopefully you find that helpful, and we'll move on next time. If you have any questions, comments, or particular movements or exercises you'd like to see, let me know. If you need, or if you'd like any more additional explanation as well, let me know. Take care. Thanks for coming.